America is failing at COVID by so many metrics. As cases rise again, this richest, most powerful, most resourceful nation in all the world does not have enough PPE for our frontline heroes. It's a staggering fact. We banged pots and pans, we sent food to hospitals, we wrote love notes on social media, but somehow we couldn't figure out how to get them enough masks and gowns. Why not?
Part of it is that these supply chains are very complicated and cannot be ramped up quickly. Part of it is that we haven't mobilized existing resources by invoking the Defense Production Act. Part of it is that there's worldwide demand.
The surge is here, the masks are not, and everything's getting worse. And we failed the front line of hospital defense. Here's CNBC's Meg Terrell.
It's a really desperate situation still as far as PPE goes.
PPE every day!
The shortage of personal protective equipment, the masks, gowns, and gloves health workers need to stay safe while helping patients, was so bad in the spring that a group of doctors banded together to form a nonprofit to help.
We plan to be around for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, until someone else stepped in to kind of take charge of this process.
7 months later, the group called Get Us PPE is still needed, more than ever. Requests for critical supplies have.
And now this, governments across Europe are cracking down on the worst COVID outbreak there since April. New cases have been surging in recent weeks across the continent. France is taking drastic measures to stop the spread. We get more now from CBS's Charlie D'Agata.
Hospital intensive care units in Paris are filling up again. COVID has come raging back. French President
Yeah, Shepel, here in France, the Prime Minister said that the second wave is here. And that's as France saw a 3-month high in the number of ICU patients with COVID. And the head of the health service even said
Germany has posted a massive spike in COVID-19 cases with more than 6,500 new infections in a 24-hour period. Let's have a look at how quickly new infections have surged in the past 7 days. We were at 2,828 cases last Wednesday. That was October the 8th. The numbers then kept rising, and there's a bit of a dip here on the weekend when not all local health departments.
Let's talk some Europe just to start. We got Europe printing about 100,000 COVID cases a day. Got some new lockdowns in London and France. Starting to see the street trim some numbers for Q4. How concerned are you about this new wave?
Well, I think it's spreading across the whole of Europe. So it does look as though the strong momentum, in fact, very V-like momentum that was occurring through the third quarter is certainly going to be at a minimum easy.
Partying until the very last minute in Liverpool. Before pubs closed their doors overnight. The city now the first in England to roll out tough new coronavirus restrictions Wednesday under a new 3-tier system that classifies Liverpool as very high risk, requiring bars, gyms, and more to shut for at least a month. As the region is reporting around 40% of all COVID-19 cases in England, and an 8-fold increase in patients being admitted to hospital.
Health experts are warning of a second wave of COVID-19 infections as the winter months loom. Second wave.